Good morning, Dave. Are you ready for our lesson for today?
Oh, yes, sir. I'm ready.
Alright, Dave.
Yes, sir.
Our lesson for today is language ambiguity.
So, sir, what is ambiguity?
Ambiguity. Alright. Something is ambiguous when it can be understood in two or more possible senses or ways. So what it means is that there are certain words that has multiple meanings, or words that may possibly have double meanings in certain cultures. So let's take it, for example, the word chess.
Okay.
The word chess, it may mean like a treasure chest, like a box, or in the word we use in Tagalog, in our Tagalog language, it's used as baol. Now it could also mean as the chest, the body part.
Yes.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Now, if the ambiguity is in a single word, it is called lexical ambiguity. If it is in a sentence or clause, it is structural ambiguity. So in a single word, it could either mean like a noun, the 8 parts of speech. So it could either mean noun, a pronoun, an adjective, or a verb. Those words can have multiple meanings, and they are under the word lexical ambiguity. But if we're trying to approach a sentence or clause, a bigger or longer part of a paragraph, a sentence bigger than a word, it is under structural ambiguity. Understood?
Yes, sir. I think so.
So let's take, for example, the word in lexical ambiguity. We have the word note. Note. Why? It could mean like in music. The note that we have in music. Now it could also mean from the word from the phrase take note. So note has a multiple meaning.
Yes.
Agreed.
So, sir, I have a question. How about the memo? Is it the part of the note?
A memo. Memo is not a lexical ambiguity, because it has only one definite meaning. Memo, from the word memorandum. So that word, it has no, it doesn't have a language ambiguity, because there's only one specific meaning on it. Now we have another example, the word lie. Lie, it could either mean you will say false and true words, or it could also mean the present tense of the word lay. So it's like from the sentence lie down. Right. Now we have the structural ambiguity. Another example is the John enjoys painting his models nude. So the word models in this sentence, it could either mean like a person, an animal, or a thing. So the word here, it doesn't specifically say a person, right? Now our next sentence is visiting relatives can be so boring. So from this sentence, the phrase visiting relatives, it could either mean the ambiguous in this sentence could be the part of visiting relatives, because it's either the person who is visiting is the one experiencing the word boring, or it's the action of visiting the relatives which is the boring. So it's like the verb and the noun. Yes. So it could work. The word visiting relatives could be the word boring. It could apply on two different words. It's either the noun of who is visiting, or the verb which is the visiting relatives. So these are the examples of language ambiguity. Now I have more examples for language ambiguity. And first is we have the word silly. Now the word silly, it could mean that you from a very long time, silly is means that it is happy, happy or appreciated. Yes. So, but in our time, the word silly is now something. It means like naughty.
Naughty.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Next, we have the first. We have another salvage.
Salvage.
The word salvage in the American language, it means saving, person, saving. So, like salvage your bag from the fire. Okay, that could apply. Or in our Filipino language, salvage it means killing,
Yes.
murdering,
Murdering.
destroying, totally. Now, so another one is the vicious. Vicious, it could mean that you are like yes, extremely wicked. Something first it could be extremely wicked because it's something. Yes, that's correct. That could be used as it's something powerful, something very but having a potential. Let's say for example, Leonidas is vicious. In that sentence, the vicious is used as it's either
Strong.
yeah no Leonidas is either extremely wicked or brutal.
Okay. But sir, the other term for wicked is like evil, right?
Yes, that is also another example of language ambiguity. Wicked. Yes. Now we have another word, depress. The word press, it could either mean touch the button, press using the hands, or the word press may also apply on the people who are from the media.
Yes.
Yes, communication media. So the one we see in the reporters along with their cameramans, those are members of the press. Now we have the next word. We have the crown. Crown, it could mean the headpiece that you wear in the head, or it could also apply to the people who wear the headpiece, which is the crown. So it is used as another term for those kings, emperors, the crown, because as you can see, those people, they are the only one who uses crowns. So it could apply as yes. We have the next word, brass. The word brass, in military term, it could mean the military officers. Of course, in our civilian term, we know it as the
a kind of metal.
Yes, a kind of metal. The mixture of zinc and lead.
Oh,
Yes.
I see.
So brass, you may call a person a military officer in an army, like a general, colonel, or lieutenant colonel, or other
admirals.
yes, other military officers that has positions. You may call them as brass because those people wearing some kind of pin in their military uniforms. Those are made of brass. So technically, they're the only people who wear those pins. Because foot soldiers doesn't wear any military pin in their uniform, right? Okay. We have our next example. Bat. One easy. This one, it could mean the animal bat. The animal. So you're familiar with bat?
Of course.
Yes, of course. You've seen a bat.
Oh, of course, sir. Definitely.
Good. Now, it could also either mean the materials used in a game, in the baseball game. Yes, the one you try to use the bat, the ball,
Yes.
right? So, are you familiar with baseball?
Kinda.
Have you played baseball?
I haven't, sir.
No.
I wish to try.
I would like to play
Yes.
baseball. You may actually try in my home, but not now.
Oh, I see.
Alright, we have another example. Lead. So, in this word, if you see the word, it could either mean lead, the action of the action of being followed,
Yes.
or it could either mean the metal, lead.
Ah, lead. But the
I think it's the element. I think it's an element PD. I think with the element symbol PD, yes. Something like that.
So in this kind of ambiguity, it doesn't matter how you pronounce it.
Yes.
I see.
Yes, pronunciations is applied on language ambiguity. That is why we experience language ambiguity, not only because of the meanings. So there it applies by the pronunciations, the beginning of the words, and of course the culture behind
Yes.
the word, and geographical location. Yes, it also applies. So let's say for example the word salvage. Of course, in our Philippines we use the word salvage as a word for killing.
Yes.
But in American language, it is used as a word for saving.
I see.
Those are examples of language ambiguity. Now, do you have any other examples? Would you like to give me an example of language ambiguity?
I have one. The word bold.
Bold.
Yes.
Mhm.
The word bold is the other term for computer software called Microsoft Word.
Mhm.
It is used to enlarge the letters and to make it thick.
Mhm. I see.
To make it readable.
So you're talking about the application Microsoft Word.
Yes.
Mm.
And the other bold is, of course, the nude.
Mm-hmm.
The
All right.
notes.
That's a good example. Anything? Any other examples?
Let's see. I don't think.
Actually, language ambiguity is something is actually not obvious.
Mhm.
You wouldn't actually be aware of it immediately. It's like that is why there's a cultural differences on words. That is why there's a language ambiguity, because we, like here in the Philippines, we were not once informed that the word salvage
Yes.
is a word for saving.
Mhm.
We actually just use this word salvage as the word for killing, right? So that is why there is a language ambiguity, because of the cultural difference. Now, we tend to think of language as a clear and literal vehicle for accurately communicating ideas. But even when we use language literally, misunderstandings arise and meanings shift. So, what it means, there are specific details or definition for language. So most people think that the word table may only be applied to something that looks like table. But actually, if we try to think, if we didn't know that the word table is used for a figure which is a table, then we saw a chair, the figure of a chair.
Okay.
If we didn't know that it is called chair, we might call it as table.
Oh, I see.
If our mind is not set on specific details on language, we follow on what we think. So in language, as of this time, we simply think of language as what we know, the specific details. So we know that the chair is a chair, the figure of a chair, the cabinet, the TV, of course the computer. We know this as a computer. So, but actually, if we try to think it, language ambiguity, we may use the language like language is sometimes ambiguous if we didn't know that this certain figure or object is also called. It may also be called as computer. Like for example, the word technology. Technology, it doesn't apply to simply word computer, right?
Yes,
It may
right.
apply to the TV, to our electric fan, to other technological object that we have discovered from time, right? So that's since we tend to think about language as something already specifically on that path, we shouldn't be, because ambiguity is a poetic vehicle. It is human nature to try to find meaning within an exchange. A text is given to us, and in return, we give our interpretation. So, if we try to read a book, then you've seen words, some words that you're not really familiar with,
Yes, definitely.
or some words that you know but has different meanings. That is why our teachers in our high school,
Yes.
in my own experience, high school teachers, grade school, they give us vocabulary words.
Yes.
Those words, those are the words that we're not most familiar with, or something sometimes ambiguous. So we need to be specifically have a specific focus on the language. Of course, it is true that language is supposed to be on the right path. There's something supposed to be specific, but because of ambiguity, sometimes we experience some kind of indefinite figures. We see that certain words has different meanings, certain figures. Of course, ambiguity doesn't only apply with language. So sometimes emotions, feelings,
Yes.
ideas, thoughts, let's say, are all sometimes ambiguous. So you get the word ambiguous.
Yes. And sir, speaking of feelings, I have another ambiguous example. The word love.
Love.
Yes. It's ambiguous, right?
I see your point. Yes, the word love may be thought as an example of language ambiguity, because yes, that's true. The word love doesn't really exactly pertain to one word as a verb. That
Yes.
to the word love, it could also apply as the word noun that defines the commitment or the relationship between two physical person. Yes, okay, it's a good example. Yes, that's right. Now, ambiguity can be seen, therefore, that ambiguity in a language is both a blessing and a curse. So, we consider it as a blessing because if we try to figure out the meaning of the words, in that way we learn, and of course we apply our mind in using specific rules or standard or details, so that we follow something. We follow a specific detail, specific rule. So, but of course, it is also a curse because we had a hard time.
Yes.
Sometimes differences in sometimes differences in words cause chaos, misunderstanding.
Yes.
So it's like it could be a curse because if people don't specifically understand each other, there will be trouble, right?
Yes.
Just like probably that's one thing why God made us. Do you know the story of the Tower of Babylon?
I heard it, but I don't know exactly.
The Tower of Babylon, in that story in the Bible, God, the people tried to reach God by making a tower. Now, there are lots of people, and the tower was almost done. But unfortunately, God made the people misunderstand each other by trying to switch their languages. So all those people, they both have languages.
Yes.
It is a curse because you don't. All those people, they cannot understand each other. That is why the Tower of Babylon did not succeed. Until now, we didn't reach God. Now, but of course, yes. Now we see the point. It is a blessing.
Yes.
Because of the we cannot understand each other. We try.
Yes.
We try to understand each other through theories, methods, research, thesis, all of those applications in order to understand each other, in order to develop the curse. Okay?
Yes.
Now that is simply language ambiguity. Now, I hope that you've learned a lot.
A lot.
A lot, indeed.
Sir.
So, do you think language ambiguity is supposed to be is a good topic?
Of course.
Well,
Actually, sir, it motivates me to learn more.
about language,
Yes,
of course.
definitely.
Well, this is only a start. You will have a lot to learn since our schedule is already set. So don't worry. Yeah, tomorrow, our lesson tomorrow is something a bit more than this. Alright? So, I will see you, Dave, tomorrow.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it, sir.
Okay, that's good. Now, that's the end of our discussion, okay?
Thank you very much, sir. I learned a lot.